Ho, what's up internets? Freedom here. This is a little bit of a throwback. We've been playing some Black Ops 3 Zombies on the Shadows of Evil map. We'll only have two of us, so we won't be able to do the full Easter egg, but we're going to attempt to get to and kill the Shadow Man. I know that there's a million guides out there, so this one's mostly for the gameplay. It'll also be kind of a nutshell / quick reference guide. I'm assuming most people at this point know the basics, like the point whoring, body shot knife kills, rotation of player points, so here we go. We're going to go into the starting area. We use our squid to unlock as much as we can in one shot. We do the laydown in front of the two perk machines, get our extra 100 points, and we also toss the grenade into the store to get the 500 point receipt. Once we grab all the items, we can kill all but 2 zombies usually, and then we'll just kite them, and then we go up for our first ritual.
This some fucked up shit.
Trying to surround me? You're not the first. Why y'all here? I'm not putting on a show right now.
Ain't no referee gonna step in. I will walk right through you. Maybe I could write it. Tell everyone how I really feel.
We must hurry. If we go, the ritual has begun.
Ritual? I ain't into no voodoo shit.
You down there, please! Do something! No! Help me!
I use my squids and try this annoying but time-saving way of opening the gate, and then we book down and get the canal. If I didn't waste all the time that I did in the beginning trying to jump up and down and get this thing, I could have gotten the last 2 switches, but it's not a big deal. We can clean up all that stuff later. The important part is just unlocking the item and the ritual room. As long as you get those, you can do all that other stuff later.
Guess the cops make a habit of investigating this place.
Your sacrifice has been chosen.
Maybe one day I'll be done fighting.
Please, let this be a dream. Help me!
You guys really stink. What the hell?
Time to cash in. Body shots ain't doing shit. Go for head. Bigger than
Run. We're still trying to figure out this map. I missed the perk machine, I wasted a bunch of times. My teammate has to go up and clean that up for me afterwards. But these squid runs, they can all be done in one shot if you're quick and accurate enough. Once that's done, we move to the 3rd ritual.
Maybe the magic man's pulling some kind of trick on things. This must have some personal connection with one of us. Don't look like it belongs to the Dane.
The burlesque. More than any other place in this city, your paths have crossed here.
Then what?
Your sacrifice has been chosen.
This ain't gonna be so simple after all.
He was a sleazeball. I can young starlet.
Squid. I get just shy of unlocking everything here. This is something you can get quicker at through practice. Once that's all done, we head to the last ritual to unlock the Pack-a-Punch room.
Idol belt should be displayed somewhere nice.
Your sacrifice has been chosen.
Maybe one day I'll be done fighting.
Insta-kill!
I'm in the mood to pick a fight.
Big fight. The last minute substitution.
Big Margwa will spawn. On the second Margwa, we take off back to the starting area because we know that we have a double points waiting there for us in the room. You can get insane points by killing a Margwa with the double points up because you get points for the eyes and you also get points for the kill. So it's a good way to point whore a little bit further.
Double
I thought I'd
points!
seen everything, so I thought things couldn't get any worse. Without that head,
You really ought to fall down when I hit you like that. Someone watching my back?
you got that.
Insta-kill! Complete the ritual. The gateworm's energy must be released.
We all sure this is a good idea? I'm not sure I trust that fucking Shadow Man. Sounds like a dick. I'm not sure I trust that fucking Shadow Man.
Alright, next we go back down to the subway, into the Pack-a-Punch room, and we do the ritual to open it up, which is just getting the gate worms that you've been collecting and putting them on those torches. Once that's done, you'll get the Margwa that'll spawn. We usually cut it out of the room and kill it. You can do whatever you want there. But once you're done with killing him, you can head back up top because now you're going to have to get your symbols from the tram rides to start working on your sword. Before we do that, I think I actually run around and grab fuses and shields, some of the hidden pieces. It's good to have the riot shield built so you can have it on your back to cover you. And I like to get that stuff done before we get too far in.
I had a feeling that wasn't gonna end well. Yeah, at least we got a new toy to play with. You're gonna punch yourself out, big guy.
Maybe go annoy someone else. Enough already. Sure feels like another bad omen. Free ammo? Where the hell did it come from? What? You still whining?
Alright, as you can see, when I get up to the tram, I like to go over and double check the map to see where the symbols are. You look where those question marks are on the map, and it'll let you know when you're taking the tram from point A to point B. You can see which side you have to look for the symbols. Once you take 2 tram rides, you'll have all 3 of the symbols that you need that you can enter into the doorway to grab your egg to start your sword quest.
Starting to think being a monster has its advantages.
After we both grab our eggs, it's time to put them on the little Cthulhu statues found around the map and feed the zombies to them. You have to do this 4 times, 1 in each of the 3 main unlockable areas upstairs and 1 in the subway. This is a good time during the match to rack up some points. A lot of the other stuff that we've been doing up until now, we've been trying not to kill too many zombies. We've had to kite them around and be like super careful to try and keep our rounds from getting too high before we want them to. It can make doing a lot of the steps more difficult than they have to be later on if you're too high in your rounds.
I gotta watch my weight. Smell like a roasted turd. This thing better not hatch open while I'm carrying it.
This is where we keep the eggs now.
You got a shot? Let me guess. You gotta take it somewhere else.
That makes sense. I think I'm starting to learn how these things work.
Like it's feeding on the dead.
How's that for a showstopper? It's definitely... The curtain just came down on that performance. I think I know just where to put the cig.
What the hell is going on with that egg? What do we have here?
So what's your story?
I don't expect to end on fireworks.
Like it's feeding on the dead.
Now that we've fed all the statues, we go down to grab our swords and to spend some of those precious points that we've been piling up. I usually go pack a punch a weapon, double pack, do whatever you can, pick up some perks if you're missing ones. At this point I was fully loaded, so that wasn't a thing, but this is where you want to start getting set up because the steps in the Easter eggs start to kind of ramp up from here.
for one-shot kills. Don't disappoint.
This next part starts off character specific. So as you can see, I've been playing as the boxer, so I need to go to the boxing gym. There will be a ghost waiting at the corresponding spot for your character, and if you interact with it, you get the new upgraded eggs that you can go start your upgraded sword step.
What do we have here? Final round. Let's go for the knockout.
Alright, so as you can see here, I took my upgraded egg and I placed it in the ritual spot that's right in front of the boxing gym. There are 4 of these sprinkled throughout the map. You want to go to those and plant your egg in them. Once you do, it's going to spawn a Margwa or 2. And here, as you can see, I get kind of cornered and beat up there. Noob move, getting killed. Luckily, my teammate saves me. But you need to do 1 of these per wave, so this is going to take you 4 rounds to do it, pretty much. So what we'll end up doing is one of us will go down to the subway and kite around in circles, keeping the zombies occupied, while the other one can go do his ritual, and then we switch off. When you have 4 people, this takes a while doing it that way. I mean, you could do it the chaotic way, where everybody's just spawning them, but this is probably the safest bet. So as you can see here, I'm kiting around so that he's up top so he can do his Margwa step. Once you get through all 4 of the Margwa steps, that's when you can turn in and get your upgraded sword.
Double points!
Never look a gift horse in the mouth.
Alright, after you've gotten your upgraded sword, you can head back to Nero's Landing on Easy Street, basically in spawn. And if you see right there, I ran up into his room. There's a book that isn't usually there. It appeared now that we got our upgraded swords. And you just press X or interact on it. And that'll cause this flag here in the subway to spawn. And this is where it gets interesting. We had a rough time doing this initially. But you basically want to grab the flag, and as soon as you do, all the zombies are going to stop spawning. It's going to save the amount that you had for once this is done, so keep that in mind. We've had times where we didn't realize we were at the beginning of a wave. We grabbed the flag and spiked it, and we failed because the flag got broken, and then we had a whole entire wave of enemies spawn. But what you want to do is you want to spike the flag in 2 spots. Try and keep the areas specific to where you are. Like this one, we do both of the ones in the middle so that we know that Nero's Landing is going to be the spot to spike the flag, but you end up having to do this 4 different times. While you're doing it, you also have the Shadow Man He is purple, hovering. He starts to charge up an attack. If he gets that attack off, that'll shatter your flag instantly. But at this point, there's no zombies, so it's just unlimited meatballs coming at you. We found the best way to do this is to use the robots around the map. We turn on traps. The black hole gun works really good because that'll suck the meatballs up in before they actually get to the flag. Just have to make sure that somebody's on top of it and taking out the Shadow Man, because this can be pretty difficult. This gets pretty nuts. But once you get through this, you're almost to the end.
Hey, I never asked for a rematch.
Dare even look at me wrong.
I'm still on my feet. Hey, looking good. I gotta get some ammo. You got lucky. You're about to see a comeback.
Free ammo.
Anyone see any ammo around here? So you got the first hit. Whoever told you you could fight? You hit like a baby. start using my fists in a minute.
Finish the job, huh?
So here it is. After multiple attempts and failures and learning, we finally get to the room where we're going to get to fight the Shadow Man. In order to start this event, you just have to touch one of the ghosts. I believe the first one, yeah, you just have to press the one ghost. If you screw it up, then it's going to spawn another Margwa and more enemies, and then you got to touch all 4 ghosts. But as you can see, we are going to have a very unfortunate ending here because we're noobs, and this is our first attempt at it. So we press on all the ghosts, and we're just spraying at him, not realizing that he moves in a pattern. he'll actually jump to the right twice and then straight down the middle. So we were just kind of spraying all the room and looking for him, couldn't find him. But basically, if you want to do this the easy way, from what I hear and what I learned after this video, is that you have to just kill most of the enemies, because zombies will continuously spawn, but if you take out the Margwas, they won't keep coming. So here we actually are just spraying at him and panicking, and my buddy got downed. I had to pick him up. And we get to the point where we literally had the Shadow Man push back over the pedestal, and all we had to do was press X, and we were not there to interact with the podium, and we end up failing here last minute. So have fun laughing at our failure.
I guess I owe you a favor.
So there it is. Depressing ending for us. I hope this guide was kind of helpful, or at least entertaining for the gameplay. We completed this, I want to say, a week after I recorded this video, so I'm going to have our actual good completion, maybe some other, failure montages put in there later on. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching, guys.